Okay, let's talk a little bit about creating a new project. The project really is the main file that we use. Families are like components that we bring in, like furniture and lighting fixtures and profiles and different content, structural beams and columns and all kinds of stuff like that. So we're going to create a new project, and there's different things will happen depending on what you click here. So we've talked about the default template file that we can locate under our application pull down under options. So if I go here now and just pick new, click, it starts a new project, and all of a sudden you can see it becomes a lot more populated here in the ribbon area, and the default template file has been used to start this new project. We'll talk a little bit more about the interface and stuff here as we move along. But what I'm going to do in here now is, before I do anything, is just go in here, pick close. Boom. Pick close, closes off the project I'm in, it puts me back to my recent files window. Okay, that's one way to start a new project. You can open existing projects by picking these. That's not the same thing. That's not a new project. That's opening an existing project. We can also go up to here and click the new button right here. Click. That pretty much does the same thing. Starts up Revit in the editing environment and uses what is been specified as the template file to start your new project. And the template file has levels, and it has all of your families inside of here. Okay, it's got your settings and your line types and all that stuff inside of here. So when you go inside of here and you go into additional settings, your line weights, your line styles, your little tags and all this stuff, all of this is being saved within that template file and then passed forward when you start a new project using that template file. So a lot of the environment, etc., that you have in here is set up through that template file. So I'm going to go back here one more time, close off that project, back to our recent files. Now this time I'm going to go a third way. I'm going to pick on here, and instead of picking the new button, I'm going to pick the fly out, and I'm going to just pick new project. Click. When you do it this way, it slows down the process, and it says, okay, this is the default template file, and this is where you can go in and pick a different one. So let's say 85% of the time you're going to start a new project with this. Then you set that in your options dialog box. And then on the occasion you don't want to use this template file, that's when you go up here, instead of just picking new, you say new project, and then it says, okay, this is the default template file. Then you can go browse and you can go pick a different template file from anywhere. It doesn't have to be here. It can be on your server, it can be on a portable drive, it can be on a flash card for that matter. It wouldn't matter. You can browse to it, but it's looking for, as you can see, RTE files. We'll talk about the Revit file extensions in a lesson soon to come. So this is where you can actually hand pick your template file right away. Now I'm creating a new project, but I can also create a new template file based on an existing template file. So I can also do that. So do I want to create a new project right now, or do I want to create a new project template file? This would basically clone this template file, and then I could do a save as, and I would have a new template file. So that's how you would, one way of duplicating an existing template file. But I'm going to say, no, I want a new project, which means it's going to create an RVT file. This will create an RTE file. This is going to create a full Revit RVT, Revit project file. So I'll say OK. Boom. You can also say there was an option there for no template, which I'm not sure why. I think there is times when you want to have no template to keep a very clean project. So here we are. We're now in Revit. We've started up with our Imperial template file. We have our scale. We have our visibility controls down here. We have some different palettes over here. We have our project properties palette, and then we also have our project browser. Okay, we're going to talk about these different options, and I'm just going to take those guys, and you can move them around if you want, and then when you click them on the side, they'll kind of morph their way in. So I usually put them beside each other and then kind of split this up a little bit. Okay, so you've got your project, your properties palette. See, it says properties, and this is the project browser. So you're using these two guys constantly all the time. We'll be talking about the project browser and the properties. So now we're into a new project. These are our little elevation markers. This is our north, this is our east, south, and west elevations over here. We have a couple of default levels. We've got some ceiling plans. Don't get mixed up in the ceiling plans right away. We have no sheets, and we have a few families inside of here, and we have all these families categories. We can see we've got a couple of doors. We've got a couple of, only one window really, only one door family, but different types. This is the door type, okay? And this is the door family, and this is the category. Category, type, or family, and type. We'll talk more about that. So you can have different sizes of that same flush door single family. So just a little quick look into families there. So this is the editing environment, and from inside of here we can switch over to our 3D view and go to our level 1, level 2, and at this point we're really ready to start drawing. I do want to talk a little bit more about the ribbon, which is showing up in here, and our quick access toolbar up over here. So we'll come back and talk a little bit more about this interface, and then we will start to move ahead and create some grid lines and some check our levels and begin our little project and take it from there.